So here's the number one goal, guys, and I want to make sure everybody leaves seminar one with this cemented in your mind, because by this being cemented in your mind, then you'll understand why it's so important to strategically move the chess pieces around in the future seminars when I teach you kind of the offense of how to, put this into action with women in these different stages. With women, women have hypergamy. They're hypergamous by nature. And hypergamy simplified just basically means a woman wants the highest status man that she can attain to protect and provide for herself and her children, either past children or future children. So women want the highest status man that they feel they can contain. And the reason this is so important is for us guys, it's different. We can shoot our seed 50, 60, 70 different times a year. We could do it a month, I mean, realistically. And we could get a bunch of different women pregnant all at the same time. We don't have to be as selective. But women, if they get pregnant, they are stuck for 9 months and then they need to be protected and provided for. So inside women, this is different from women and men. You got to understand that women are going to always look for bigger, better, higher status men. She wants to be able to look up to a man. Here's a little clip from Jordan Peterson. He's explaining hypergamy in his own way as well.
Right. Women are hypergamous, which means they mate across and up dominance hierarchies. And so if you're a male who's successful in a given hierarchy, the probability that you're going to have additional mating opportunities is exceptionally high. It's an unbelievably good predictor of that.
That hypergamy is a very uncomfortable discussion.
Yes, it certainly is. It doesn't matter. Well, there's plenty of uncomfortable discussions to be had.
That's a big one, though.
It is.
The idea that it defines women's sexual choices by the fact that they want bigger, better. They want someone who's more successful, someone who's higher on the social ladder than what they're accustomed to or what they have.
Yeah, well, what women do is that, like, mate choice is a very difficult problem. So how do you solve it? Well, here's how women solve it. Throw them in a ring, let them compete at whatever they're competing at, assume that the man who wins is the best man, marry him.
Just an explanation from Jordan Peterson, Joe Rogan talking about it, just so guys know that this isn't just something we're making up. This is something inside of women. It's different between men and women. And this is, again, something you need to lock in your mind to understand how to have master level seduction with women. So the number one goal to understand about seducing women is that she needs to look up to her man. She needs to look up to her man. That is a need for love and respect from a woman. She needs to look up to you. As soon as she feels that you are looking up to her or that she is looking down on you, her respect and attraction drop and her eyes continue her search for a man she feels she can look up to. Her hypergamous nature continues once the man in front of her has made her look down on him or he looks up to her. Once that happens, and that happens so fast these days in a lot of different ways, when we talk about betas and simps, it can happen in the first message with some guys, and the woman knows, I don't look up to this guy at all. So she already just goes, he's out of my life. There's no shot for him. He might be, I'll put him in the friend zone and see if he takes me out for free meals and all that. But if a woman does not look up to you, you're done for. Her respect and admiration will never be at that level you need to be able to withstand all the temptation that women have these days with dating apps and social media. To be able to be that guy that she is devoted to, you've got to be always above her in her perceived reality. And that's why there's stuff you can do about this. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to have the nicest car. I'm not rich and I don't have a nice car. I was a public school teacher for a lot of my years of mad gaming women. So you don't need that. But what you do need is to learn master level game where you can move the chess pieces in such a way that she perceives you as higher value by the way that you display yourself to her. And then she continues to look up to you and she just wants you as a man, not all these other guys that are floating around in her DMs. Hypergamy in women. Now we're going to watch 2 more videos. You might have seen one of these so far, but again, I really want this to be ingrained in you guys to understand how important it is to be ruthless in a sense. When we talk about some of the strategies we're going to, implement in this framework, you got to be ruthless because women need to look up to you or they won't respect you. It just has to, it just has to be done. Shout out to the Fugazi podcast, the No Fugazi podcast.
6 floors in this No Fugazi Corporation building. We got all the men, from low quality to the highest quality men. The only way you know it's on the other floor is if you choose to go up. If you choose not to accept floor 1, then you got to go up to the next floor. First floor is he has a job and he has a car. Are you staying at that floor or moving up?
Up.
Moving up a floor? Level 2? What about you?
Moving up.
Moving up? What about you?
Going up.
Going up. Level 2, he got a job, he got a car, he's charismatic, he's funny, he got a personality, and he's a good man.
I'm going up.
What about you?
I'm going up.
She going up. Now we got level 3.
I'm invested now.
He got a job, he got a car, he funny, he charismatic, he a good man. He also 6'4".
I'm going up.
You going up?
I'm going up too.
Going up?
4th floor is he got a job, he got a car, he charismatic, he's 6'4", but not only that, he got a 9-incher.
I'm going up.
Oh, what? Y'all going up again? We at the 5th floor now. He got a job, he got a car, he got a good personality, 6'4", the 9-incher. He's a good man. He makes $500,000 a year.
I'm going up.
You going up?
I'm gonna go up, I guess.
Okay, on the 6th floor, this man doesn't exist. This is just to show you that you are hypergamous and never satisfied. 6th floor doesn't exist. It's to show you that you're hypergamous and you're never satisfied, and the nature of a woman is the damnation of the woman.
Okay, guys, understanding that they're always, so again, it's inside a woman's nature to always look for bigger and better. Or if she has a man, she tries to aspire that man to bigger and better. That's why some, you'll hear that some guys will say, behind every successful man is a woman that pushed him. Well, that's still her hypergamy at work. If she's with a man and she's, oh, I believe in you and always pushing you to do better. But women will push, and they will expect the ultimate high expectations. So that's why as a man, if you're setting boundaries, you're playing the games that we're going to talk about throughout this Masterful Seduction framework, then again, you're positioning yourself as a man that's higher than her so that she is not reaching past you. The guys that make it too easy for a woman and they're basically like, oh, I really like you, no other woman but you, you're all everything for you. She now knows, right? Oh, I have him, so I no longer look up to him. And that's when her hypergamy starts to go, well, if I have this guy, there might be a better guy out there. But if you're always staying on top by never letting her get that power over you, then she always looks up to you in her mind and in her eyes. And that is how you create a long-lasting relationship with high attraction throughout. Not these boring, sexless marriages that you see probably most of your buddies in, or, your uncles or whatever. It's like, to get a real legit relationship where she has high attraction, you've got to instill this in your brain, and you're constantly moving these chess pieces. Show one more here.
Huge turnoff if a guy would call off work for me. Like if a guy would call in sick to see me, I would be turned off.
Well, that is the biggest red flag there ever was.
It's happened to me in the beginning of all my relationships. For me, what it tells me is like, you don't prioritize your work and you're willing to like cancel other things in your life to see me, which makes me feel like your priorities are a little bit off. Like, I like when somebody balances the same energy that I have, and I will never take off work for a guy.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're going on a trip, whatever, we're going to do this certain specific thing, no problem.
Yeah.
But am I gonna call in sick because I want to what? Cuddle in bed? I'm not gonna do that.
No.
And like, that's something that's really like a core value. As much as I want to do it and whatever, it's not about wanting to do it. It's about like, I will always keep my like priorities in line.
And I think that's why a lot of girls are attracted to like successful men too. It's because they find it so hot that they're successful. But the reason they're successful is because they didn't just cancel work.
Yeah.
This idea here too is that women are not attracted to guys that give up their purpose, their mission in life, and go cater to these women. Well, if you think about in most relationships, we're told as men to pursue and chase, keep, asking her out, keep doing this. But when you're doing that, these women get the signal that, what is this guy doing, asking me out all the time? He should be working. He should be, starting a business. He should be doing this or that. He should be focused. He should be studying. So when you constantly are chasing and pursuing like we're told to do as men, women slowly lose respect and admiration for you as a man. Women want to work to pull out, carve out time with you in your life. You should reluctantly give women your time and attention. And this is something, again, with a lot of guys going for the date, guys are like so eager. They message a girl a couple times and then they're just like, hey, we should go out. Hey, when do you want to go out? And it's like they're already displaying that image of like they're making it easy for this woman to earn his time and attention. Versus me, I make women work really hard before I ask a girl out. I make her really invest. I make her show me. She's double texting me. She's starting conversation. I really make her put effort in. And then I'm like, all right, I can throw you a bone and give you a little tiny sliver of my time and attention here. And then that girl keeps working for it. But if you open the floodgates and make yourself too available to women, or you're chasing her too hard, she now goes, this guy's not busy. There's no mystery here. She gets bored and she starts to look down on you. And then she gets excited about the bad boys in her DMs that put themselves first. The bad boys, that's what they do over the nice guys. The nice guys will stop what they're doing and help a woman. Just like she said here, they'll take off work. Oh, I'll take off work for you. The bad boys are just like, nah, I'm going to play Xbox before I hang out with you. It's like, no, if you want to hang out with me, wait 2 hours until I finish my Fortnite game with my boys. And then maybe you can come over. That's how the bad boys do it. And women love the bad boys because the bad boys are not easy. They don't give away their time and attention very easily. Again, your overall goal, hammering this in your mind, is to get women to look up to you by her initiating, investing, chasing, and pursuing you.